Today in this video, I'm going to show you how I am automating my sales outreach for my B2B software startup. The plan with this really is using a combination of finding people on LinkedIn, using a CSV file and uploading it to a tool called Lemlist, which is essentially helping us create an automatic sequence that is going out to my ideal clients at scale. So this is something that I've been working on to get better over the last few weeks. This is certainly not perfect right now, but this is really just taking you through my process. We're seeing some pretty good results within the first week. This week we got 3 demos booked, and we've started to engage in a couple of really good conversations with potential clients. So I think this will be really useful for software founders and people in B2B companies on how to generate leads. So the first way I'm thinking about it, and what I've found in my industry, which is the golf industry, is that people tend to respond pretty well to people that have connections that they know already. So if we go into my sequence, which we'll talk about how I did this in a little minute in the tool called Lemlist, the first email that I have in the sequence is very much focused on naming someone that they are already connected to on LinkedIn who I have met in person already. So a mutual friend, as per se. So my goal is to find connections of my mutual friends in the golf industry and mention that in the first message. And I've seen a real bump up in reply rates and conversion rates from people that you're connected to already. So the question being then, how do you find people that you're connected to already through LinkedIn? So the way I'm doing this right now is I'm targeting Asian golf clubs right now. That's just my specific market. So what I'm doing is typing in golf and then using the LinkedIn search filter. So going to all filters and then typing in the person that I want to see the mutual friends of. So let's say this guy in Thailand. So, and then you can obviously make this location specific as well. So let's say Thailand and then show results. And then this will bring up all the people in Thailand working in golf clubs who I could potentially contact. So all these could be part of my database that I contact. So once I've started to get a list of people that can be warm leads, as per se, because they know someone, then the next part is getting the information that I need to be able to contact them. So obviously to contact someone, you're going to need their email address, and depending if you're doing multi-channel outreach, then you may need their phone number, you may need their LinkedIn URL. But the reason that I am getting all this information is not to send individual emails, but I am building a database here that I can then upload to Lemlist, which I'll get onto in a minute. It's a really cool tool. So if I wanted to add someone to the spreadsheet that I'm building, I would just simply click on their profile. And then what I'm looking for really is an email address. So unfortunately, I use a tool called Lusha to extract email addresses right now. His email address isn't public, but once I connect with him on LinkedIn, then his email address will be known to me. So then I can add this into the sequence later. But the first step is very much to connect with him on LinkedIn. But I am not doing this manually. And I will show you how I do that in a minute. So you can see here, what I'm doing at the minute is essentially going through all the mutual connections that I've made in the Asian golf industry and creating a spreadsheet for them. And this will work in any industry that you're in. This could be sales and marketing. This could be construction, agriculture, things like that. Just people that are mutual friends of your friends, creating a list. Now, I have a few columns here, and the reason I have these columns is this will then go into my system to then create the automatic sequence that is sending out messages automatically, so I don't have to remember who I have to contact and things like that. There are a few tools online that now help people do this automatic kind of sequence. So some of the things I'm looking for, so name, company name, mobile number. The reason for that is I'm doing a multi-channel sequence, so I am going to be ringing people in this as well. LinkedIn URL, and very importantly, the person that they're connected to. So then I can then mention that in the first part of the sequence. So I've been building this, obviously got, 85 names now. So I have now built the spreadsheet that I'm going to feed into my system. And now we need to create a sequence that will be automatically contacting people. So the tool of choice I use for this is Lemlist. And basically what Lemlist does is it allows you to customize a set of steps that you want to happen in the background to contact these people. And then it allows you to write a sequence of emails where you can include custom parts of it. So instead of you having to type out the name of the person 100 times, you can then just put in, a custom variable here. And then you can upload a spreadsheet and it will identify who that person is and then just fill in their details from that, as opposed to you doing it 100 times, as I say. The way I upload leads is really simple. So you just go into lead list, import new leads, and then essentially you're just dragging and dropping a CSV here into it. So if I was to upload this, obviously you're just saving the CSV. We'll just do it quickly here. Saving the CSV. And then just dragging and dropping. And if I wanted to upload these leads, it's 82 leads found. And then that just goes straight into your campaign. I have run Lemlist campaigns before that haven't been as effective as this one. And one difference that I've found with this is after I upload a lead, I take a little bit of time to customize it just slightly. And the way I do this is before I launch it, I will go into the lead and add a few details. So let's say we're launching Betty here for the first time. So I will click on Betty's profile and I will just make sure that everything is really, really personalized. So Betty here, I'm just going to check her role in the club. So let me see, director of sales. So typically I know a director of sales for me will not typically be a decision maker because I'm more targeting managers and directors of golf. So at the end of this message, this is, prompting them to give me information on how their golf club is run for the caddy program. So I'm going to ask her, at the end I'll say, I know you're busy making sales for, and then include the name of the golf club. So we'll just check where she works. So Palm Resort Golf. And then maybe one for your golf operations team to look at. So you can see here, that took me about 10-15 seconds to do, and that just adds an incredibly custom step to make it look very, very unique for that individual. And then I'm going through if there's any other opportunities to customize it further. I've also included voice notes in this as well, so this makes it incredibly worthwhile. I would recommend generally just playing about with Lemlist or other platforms if you are in this industry of B2B outreach, and just seeing what you can create. Will take a bit of time to get right, but instead of worrying about all the leads that you need to contact, having something in the background is incredibly useful. So once I'm happy with that, I'm happy with how that looks, then you just launch for the lead. So now, instead of writing 12 emails over the next few months, that is just on autopilot for the next month and a half. And the sequence will stop whenever she replies as well. So that means it's not constantly bothering her. So now what my day-to-day looks like, instead of having to worry about which people to contact, I just go into my task board on Lemlist. So you can see there, I've got 10 tasks. So this is all phone calls that I need to make to get on to the next stage of the sequence. So I've set a phone call there to be the fourth step, I believe. And it won't let me, there you go, call on the fourth step. And it won't let the sequence progress unless I have completed that task. So now I can see exactly which stage each lead is at, and essentially just start running things on autopilot. And as I say, I've got really good results for this week. We've got 3 demos booked in already without any manual input. And now it becomes a challenge of making the system as good as possible as opposed to these sporadic outreach attempts. So this is just sharing something I'm working on. I'm going to keep you guys updated in terms of the results that we get from it. Hope this video was helpful, and feel free to share the methods that you're using for sales outreach as well in the comments below. Have an awesome day, and I will chat to you soon. Peace.